Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and very good evening. I am Majduddin Hazzah al-Masuri. I am supervised by Dr. Noor Diana bint Nuruddin. It's my privilege to be judged by both of you, Dr. Hayrul Nizam bin Muhammad Shah and Prof. Media Dr. Ahmed Anas bin Yusuf. Classification of thrips infected chili plant using image processing on embedded system is my title. What's a thrips? Thrips are a very small class of insects that can be target many sets of plants and destroy them. Besides, thrips are a major chili plant pest. Thrips infected the buds, flowers, and leaves of a chili plants. But in this project, we will focus on the leaves. So, attacks by thrips will kill and resize the leaves. In these pictures, we see how the thrips looks like and also the difference between healthy chili leaves and infected chili leaves. Plants are encountering different types of a disease which affects on the leaves. Globally, the percentage of the losses in crops are approximately from 20 to 40, which are due to several reasons, like thrips, pests, animals, and weeds. Chili plants make a great contribution to the Malaysian economy. From all these mentioned, has motivated me to make this report, which can make a contribution in the field of research that is concerned with the chili plant's health problem. In this project, distinguishing between the healthy leaves and the infected ones are challenging, especially if it's far away. Sometimes the leaves are overloaded. This problem makes the killed leaves hide behind the healthy leaves and make them difficult to be distinguished. Moreover, the color of the healthy leaves and the infected ones are the same, while the difference is with the shape and texture. If this similarity between the healthy leaves and infected ones makes it difficult for the human eye, it's a challenging task from the point of view of the machine vision. The objectives of my project are determine the features that differentiate between thrips infected leaves and the healthy leaves, also classification between them, and evaluate the classification performance by these parameters. The scope of this research focused on several points that are related to classify thrips infected chili leaves by using k-means segmented and support vector machine through OpenCV libraries and Python language. Also, the image will be captured by Raspberry Pi camera. Literature review. Here are 5 papers that related to classification and identification of a plant disease by using various algorithms. I will explain the difference between these papers through 3 main categories. The first papers talk about the grape leaf plant. The disease that infected of a grape are powdery mildew, downy mildew, and the method used to classification in this paper are image resized for pre-processing. For segmentation, we converted the image to HSI and extracted features such as a major axis, linear axis, and eccentricity. These features are given to the classifier to classify. In the second paper that talk about brinjal leaf plant, the disease are infected on a brinjal bacterial wilt, Cercospora leaf spot, tobacco mosaics various, and the method used in this paper to classification are k-means clustering algorithms for segmentation and neural network for classification. In the third papers, as shown, there is a two-leaf plant. First one, rice, and the second, wheat. The rice, the diseases that infected on the rice are bacterial leaf blight, brown spot, rice blast, and leaf blast. In the wheat, the disease that infected on the wheat are leaf rust, powdery mildew, steam roast, and yellow roast. The method used on this paper to classification of rice and wheat are remote sensing images, and this used will be done by extract the threshold values from the images. Also, the canny edge detection algorithm and histogram analysis. Extract RGB values, then compared with the thresholds image. In the fourth papers, we'll talk about the orchid leaf plant, and the disease that infected on the orchid is a leaf spot. Method used to classification in this paper: 1. Grayscaling and noise removing for a pre-processing or enhancement. And for segmentation, we will done by threshold segmentation. Data processed classification, fuzzy inference, and deforestification in order to get the output. In the last paper in this research, we'll talk about the cucumber leaf plant and the disease that infected on a cucumber leaf are downy mildew and powdery mildew. The method used in this paper to classification and identification are extraction of a color, shape, and texture features. Use support factor machine as a classifier, and using a different kernel function such as RPF kernel, polynomial kernel, and sigmoid kernel. Design with BP neural network classifier with RGB to LAP transformation, and use a MATLAB in this paper for a neural network toolbox. The result will be analyzed in the form of coefficient matrix. The coefficient matrix can be done by calculate some equation of accuracy, precision, sensitivity, and specificity, or can be done by coding in Python or any language. The model of convergent matrix for a binary classification. We can compute these parameters by these equations to get a convergent matrix to performance evaluation of the result. The methodology of the proposed work in this project contains two algorithms that are the training algorithms to train a different support vector machine classifiers, and another one is testing algorithm to test these different support vector machine classifier. Both algorithms consist of image acquisition, where Raspberry Pi camera we use to obtain the images of the chili leaves. These images will be stored for further analyzed. Image enhancement or a pre-processing is to improve the image data or features by removing unwanted distortions and enhancement of some important image features. In this work or project will be done by conversion of RGB images to grayscale. The k-means clustering is used for image segmentation by using skew gliding method. The k-means clustering algorithm can probably segment the background healthy part and unhealthy part of the leaves. After segmentation is done, two different types of features are obtained from the segment images, such as the texture features and the shape features. The main classifier used for a classification is a support vector machine by using kernel function as a mathematical formula that used to transform inseparable data set from the input data plot to lower or higher dimensional space result in a separable result. This is a flowchart of algorithms and processes. In this one is a training algorithms will be done by all these 4 steps. After that, the images or the data will be saved to transfer to another algorithm, and this algorithm is a testing algorithm, also done by these 4 steps, and this data will be transferred to classification for recognition in the end. The evaluate of performance will be done by fill this conversion matrix in result later or in the next semester. These examples of equipment and tools that used in this project, such as chili leaves and Raspberry Pi board, Raspberry Pi camera, laptop, Python language, and OpenCV libraries. The early results which were done in this time of project are image acquisition, image enhancement, and image segmentation. For a healthy chili leaves, the experimental procedures are: in image acquisition, the image will be taken from the camera, and for image enhancement, that done by converging the image from RGB to grayscale, like this image. And the third image is the image segmentation by k-means clustering algorithms. Early result of an infected chili leaves that were done by 3 steps. The first steps is image acquisition that done by captured the image using camera as shown here. The second step is image enhancement by convert the RGB image to grayscale image as illustrated here. The third steps is image segmentation, and that done by k-means clustering algorithm. The conclusion of this project are: previous works on a leaf disease classification had investigated. Initially, examination on features for infected disease was conducted. Experimental design has been prepared to performance evaluation by design a conversion matrix. At the end, these references in my presentation, from the reference 4 until reference 8, are the papers in a lecture review. Thank you very much, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.